Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe. And if you click the little bell, you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I had a request after my Meghan Markle video to ask if Archie, or if her pregnancy was real and that she physically gave birth to Archie, or is he a surrogate? I guess that thought never even entered my mind, and you know, as far as pregnancies goes, until I saw that there's a lot of theories out there on this. So I think it's kind of good that I really am not familiar with that concept, but let's take it from a neutral standpoint. That's what I'd like to say. When you ask a question like this, if you already have a belief or you've attached to a theory, the reading that you do will not be accurate, because all the cards you pull will reflect that attachment to that belief. This goes for any readers out there, and also readers who do multiple cards. Like, let's say that they pull a private read on it and then they do a public one and they don't use the same cards. It's not going to be accurate, because if you keep asking the tarot cards the same question over and over again, you're going to become very confused. That being said, I will pull the cards in front of you and I will not be looking at them, and I have no idea about, you know, a surrogate or anything like that. I will simply be reading the cards. I will not be providing my theory, because I don't attach to any theories when I do readings. I'm not attached to theories or beliefs. I've been a tarot reader for 27 years, and one of the core lessons I learned early on was to be in a neutral state while I'm doing readings gives me the most accurate readings. So with that being said, I might use a variety of decks. I'm just not sure right now. But we're going to go in with the full, honest question. Did Meghan Markle physically become pregnant and physically give birth to Archie? And I'm going to start the reading now. So here, I just kind of take and I cut the deck in a few times, and then I kind of like spread it out in a small area, and I'll just start pulling cards on this. Did Meghan physically become pregnant and give birth to Archie? And I might tell the cards that I'm going to pull 3 from here. I'll pull 3 and then I'll read the cards exactly. Ooh, 2 came out. 2 came out, so I'm going to use those 2. I'll pull a 3rd one, and then I'm going to put these cards away and we're going to look at what we have. I never read reversals, so I will always be turning the cards upright. I'm getting a little glare from my light source, so let's take that off so you can see the cards a little better. Look what we have here. So let's read the cards the way that they are. Okay. So first we have the Emperor. That's the ruler. That would be Harry, most likely, or it could be this could be the royal family or even the king, but it's definitely somebody who rules the country. So we could call it even the royal family, except it would be the higher ups. It would be those very high up in the royal family. This is very interesting to me, because it's almost like they don't like have free will to have children, so to speak. And I know nothing about the royal family, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but it feels like a discussion is had when there's a baby to come in and it's close. In other words, the distant cousins, I don't think they follow all that, but it feels like if it's close enough to the top of the royals, they have somewhat of a say in the family structure. This is the card about happiness, 9 of Cups, but it's also focused on the woman who would be influenced by this. And then look at the Justice card, which is about being fair and being just. So I'm going to take a look at these cards. This is emotional. This is a decision being made by the royal family that a baby's going to be brought in. They look at the mother. So they look at the mother and they make a decision based on that with the Justice card. And I'm actually going to pull from another deck, which is the Morgan Greer. And I'm going to pull 3 cards on top of these. And so this, because this is telling me things that I'm not familiar with. There's like a law or there's rules about the bloodline. There's very specific rules about the bloodline. So this is so new to me. Did she physically bear the child? Look at that. There was a huge controversy around her bearing the child. Look at here, a blindfold for a blindfold. She was not allowed to see. She wasn't allowed to make the decision. Wow. This is absolutely fascinating to me. This is loss, a great sense of loss. So, and this ties in with this Emperor card. So there was a sense of loss, and this is challenges around the woman, around the mother, which would be Meghan. And then she wasn't allowed to have any say. And so I'm going to ask it the other way, because it's looking like she may not have been physically pregnant. And it looks like it could be from the bloodline, her genetic, maybe her genetics or something. But let me ask, was a surrogate woman brought in to bear Archie? It just seems so ridiculous to me to even think about or go there as a tarot reader. I've never had to read on this concept before. So this is the rules of the church, the rules of the royal family, the rules. This was the rules. Bring two people together. Bring two people together. And this is, again, as the DNA is really important between the two people. The two people having the children. Wow. The death. This is oh my gosh, and lots of angry words around this. Oh, this is all right, so I'm going to tell the story the way the cards are telling it. Wow. All right, so get ready for the story of your life. A lot of knights here, or there's a knight, angry knight. So it looks like there was a formal request made that Meghan and Harry wanted to have children, and there was some concerns about Meghan. Okay, so the royal family can have concerns about that. She wasn't allowed to actually make the choice with the Justice card. I do believe that one of her pregnancies, that she was pregnant and lost it. I do believe this would be a miscarriage, and I think it was before 3 months. So I do believe that she did physically get pregnant, had a miscarriage, and this looks like she could have had some assistance. The Seven of Wands means that there was some challenges with her getting her physically pregnant. And this death, by the way, would go with the Three of Swords, the ending of a pregnancy. And here's like they brought in like a pope to the pope or something. There's a pope or some religious figure coming in for some, I don't know, process when this happens. And then there's 2 children here. So they've been given permission to have 2 children. There's 2 children here. This is extremely challenging for this woman to have a baby. And once again, all the conditions around this baby are not of her. She is not to know. And it looks like there was an intervention being done in order to have a baby. And so in the end, did they end up having to have a surrogate because maybe Meghan couldn't have children? Interesting that this Nine of Wands has a woman in it, because most of them are a man. she's a fighter. So she was really, there was a, don't let me go too far out on here, but she's a battler. She is fighting, and they had to take away or subdue her. She had to be subdued a little bit for this process of this child. And the bloodline is so important. I'm going to say that this could have been a surrogate, only because the first thing that I didn't get any pentacles here, and pentacles would have been her physically having the baby. There's not a single pentacle that showed up, and she wasn't given any option. There's two blindfolded women here, and this is their law. This is how they do it. So there was a problem with something in her bloodline. Maybe she had a genetic test done, and they can't afford to have any, genetic situations come in the royal family, whatever her DNA would have shown, because this can be medical tests too. So they had to bring together, it's so weird for me to talk about this, like a test tube baby. It's like he didn't have sex with another woman. Everything was done through test tubes. So then I wonder, was it her egg even used? Did they just take his sperm and the egg and do it outside the lab? That makes no sense. Oh, wait a minute. Did they use the egg of someone else and then plant it in her to get the right bloodline? Well, I never thought about that. Why are you showing me that for the cards? Let me ask. Did they use another woman's egg and then plant the pregnancy in Meghan? Oh my God, you can't make this shit up, folks. I'm using this tarot deck, by the way. I don't know the name of it offhand. There's a test tube bottle. There's the test tube bottle showing that it was, and I was just talking about this. You can't make this up. This is definitely, it was mixed in a tube. All right, this was definitely mixed in a tube. And this was a plan. This was according to the plan. This would be the rules set forth by the emperor. This was the rules. It had to be done in a test tube. Okay. So then did Meghan actually, was it planted in Meghan, or did another woman have the baby? And how am I going to know? I don't know how I'm going to know this. Let me go back on this deck and ask, was this planted in Meghan or somebody else? I don't know how I'm going to know this, but because I don't know Meghan very well. The Hermit. What sign is Meghan? Is Meghan a Virgo? This is the card of Virgo, and this is the Hermit. I can't be convinced that it was planted in Meghan. And here we have a pentacle showing up, but this is suffering. So I'm going to say this. Is Archie a Virgo? I wonder when, no, Archie was born in, I don't know the astrology very well. I'm feeling Virgos for some reason, Virgo. So here's the first pentacle card we have here. And this is the Five of Pentacles. And there's a cloak here, and cloaks are always hidden. Something hidden about in the physical, something hidden in the physical, and the Hermit's cloaked. Both these are cloaked, something's hidden. They're hiding something. They're hiding something. They are definitely hiding something. There's two cloaks there. So I'm going to ask, what is going to be the outcome? I'm going to go back to my Morgan Greer. What's going to be the outcome of Archie's DNA? Because, I mean, somebody could do DNA on Archie and easily prove this. Yeah, there's somebody hidden. Somebody's hidden. See the hand? Okay, I'm going to say, that my interpretation, this is my theory, not that I know everything, but I do not believe what we are being shown here in the cards is that Meghan physically had the baby. I'm going to pay attention to any pictures or videos of her when she's pregnant. It just feels, I wonder if she's just disconnected from having to, and bitter from having to have that image, because I'm feeling she was rejected by the higher ups because of some DNA test, so they had to find somebody hidden. But it's definitely test tube. The card showed the bottle here. So I did not expect this reading to go this way, but I'm actually going to say that Archie, I do not believe it will be proven that Archie has his mother's DNA. I wonder if this is going to be exposed later in history. When Archie grows up, will he have his DNA tested to see if Meghan is his real mother? Because wouldn't that be a scandal? Look at that, the real mother. That's the Empress. That is the real mother, real pregnancy card. Now, if that would have showed up right away, Empress, I would have said she definitely had the baby. But this is the mother, the pregnant mother. Archie's going to question who his mother is when he grows up. He's going to question it. Oh my gosh, isn't this going to be the scandal of the century? And there's the money, the wealth and keeping the DNA. This is keeping the DNA of the royal. This is royalty. They carry falcons. This is the royalty card. Oh my gosh, folks, I didn't think that the reading would take this turn, but I guess my theory is here that it is appearing that Archie definitely was formed in a situation that was outside human to human contact. Well, you know what? Readers aren't always 100% accurate, so I'm just going to put that this out there. I don't even know if I should form a theory on this. You can look at the cards and make a decision on what do you think. Do you think it's possible that Archie could be a surrogate? What are your thoughts on this? Drop your comments below and let me know your thoughts on this, because this is radical. Never done a reading like this, and it's very interesting. This is very, very interesting to me. And it would explain, if this is true, why Meghan would be extremely bitter about this whole process. And so I'm going to pay attention, I guess, a little more to Meghan Markle to see what her actions are in the future and how she feels about this baby. This is going to be incredible, you guys. Now,